Oh, there it is, people. That's my new Chariot. That's a 2010 Chevy Impala. It's replacing the HHR, which, if you saw that earlier video, burned up. Red. I've never owned a red car before. Also, the closest thing I've owned to a car this size was back when I was maybe in my early 20s. I had a 70 Dodge Polaris station wagon. This seems to have a lot more room, at least in the driver's part. Alright, let's take a look at it. So let's take a look under the hood here, shall we? Kind of a fancy looking vehicle here. This is another one of those Chevy V6s. Unlike the HHR that I had, this one actually has the battery in the engine compartment. The HHR has the battery in the rear cargo compartment. I want to cover this terminal up too. Make sure it doesn't get corroded. But yeah, it's a fancy V6 engine. When I checked the windshield washers, I noticed that they did work, but looks like it's low on fluid, so I'm going to take a little ride today, and I want to get a window mount for this camera. So I'm going to go down to Pep Boys, and I'll see what I can do about getting some more washer fluid while I'm at it. So that's it. Yeah, it would have been nice to be able to get a brand new car, but you know, at this point I gotta watch my nickels and dimes, and it is a 2010. It's got over 80,000 miles on it, but the Carfax said that it had all its scheduled maintenance on time. The only report of any damage was it reported that there was some minor damage to the right fender, and I couldn't tell to look at it. I mean, the clear coat's coming off, which means that it was the fender was replaced, but the thing handles pretty good. Inside is nice and clean. I mean, I think I got a real cream puff here. So anyway, onward and upward. Boy, it sure is nice to turn the key and not hear a loud muffler, not to hear an engine that sounds like it's rattling apart. And the nice thing about this is the air conditioning will freeze the devil out of hell. It's really roomy. I mean, I got the seats not even all the way back. You know, well, it's all the way back now with my long legs. I gotta actually inch it up a little bit. The car is very clean on the inside. The factory mats were even in it. They were in the trunk, and the trunk is huge. I'll take a look at the trunk later. But anyway, let me head down to Pep Boys and get some washer fluid and see if I can get a mount for this camera so I can put it in the windshield. Maybe take some video while I'm driving. I couldn't find a window mount for my camera, but I did get a dash cam, which was on sale for about 20 bucks. So let me open it up and see what's inside. This is Washington Crossing National Cemetery. Walking up here to visit the grave of my brother. Because in 9 days from now, it'll be 10th anniversary of his passing. And he's down on the end of the row here. His wife passed away less than a year ago. In fact, her anniversary is coming up in 2 weeks. Excuse me, I'm getting a little verklempt here. Okay. How you doing, Bill? God, I miss you. Ad Astra. That's where you are. You've gone to the stars. is a very peaceful place here. Some of the roads out there. September 8th. Just another week and 2 days, Bill. And it'll be 10 years. Seems like yesterday. I do miss you. And Betty, how you doing? Gonna miss the birthday call again this year. Betty's birthday is the day before mine. She got her name on the back of the stone here. And that's my sister-in-law. It's going on a year for Betty. My brother wanted to be buried in the cemetery, but it wasn't open when he died. And unfortunately, we couldn't keep him unburied. So his body was taken to Resurrection Cemetery, which is where my parents are buried. And he was kept there until, I guess it was in May or maybe June. I always remember it was a hot day when they brought him up here. And we did have a flag ceremony for him. Anyway, I miss you, brother. I love you. Yeah, that's true. If there is another world out there and you're in it, keep an eye out for me. Because right now I need all the help I can get. And if you see Mom and Dad wherever you are, make sure you wish Dad a happy birthday. I know it was yesterday, but he would have been 95. Take care of yourself, brother. I love you and I miss you. It's a garden of stone here. Every one of these markers indicates a veteran, and in many cases the spouse of a veteran. Quiet, peaceful, restful place, and it is the highest honor that we can give our fallen heroes, those who served our country, to make their last resting place in the National Cemetery. And I'm proud of my brother's service, just as I am proud of my father's service. And, well, I miss my brother. And I was glad that my travels brought me up this way because I haven't visited him in a while. I know he wasn't much for the pomp and circumstance, but you know what happens. So to all of you brave men and women who lie here, thank you for your service, thank you for your sacrifice. And remember, freedom isn't free. These people purchased it. Some with their lives, some with their service. So thank you. Thank you, every one of you, each and every last one of you. Thank you.